Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Monday Mojo with me, Coach Mo. And I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you had a wonderful week with your loved ones and hopefully a little bit of a quiet time and self-care as well. So if you're following me on Mondays, you know that we are reading The Wisdom of Sundays by Oprah. And it's really just small reflections, which is perfect for what we do here at your Monday Mojo, which is to take little bits of information and just reflect upon how they make sense or not in our life, both from a spiritual perspective, right? Waking up our spirit, and also from a career, success, professional perspective. So today, we're still in the chapter of awakening, and which really is all about awakening our soul, awakening our spirit, those unique aspects of ourselves. And today I want to read this small reflection from Michael Bernard Beckwith, who is just an amazing individual with so much wisdom to share. So he says, everyone is spiritual whether they know it or not. When I consider what it means to be spiritual, I consider the fact that individuals are waking up to a dimension of their being or their soul. It is the most real part of us. When one begins to really feel into the spiritual dimension of their being, they bump into love, they bump into compassion, they bump into beauty, they bump into real peace and real joy. And that begins to be where they live their life from. A real, authentic being that has a tremendous amount of meaning in their life. So I love this. This is really at the core of what most of my programs do, is to help us find that space within us and live from that space. But if we don't connect with it, if we don't understand it, if we don't know what that is, then it's very difficult to feel that consistent that consistent joy in our life, right? And those connections that we want to build. So what I want you to consider today, the reflection that I want you to sit with, is what needs to wake up? What needs to wake up within your soul, within your spirit? Most of us know this answer, right? But we cover it up with being busy, with just doing things the way we always do them because it's comfortable, because it's easy, and we don't shake things up. But I bet you know what needs to be woken up in your spirit. And I'd like for you to spend a few minutes and think about what that may be today, okay? What's going to allow you to bump into joy a little bit more, to bump into compassion, to bump into love, okay? Think about it from that perspective. What's going to give you that mojo, right? That energy that is going to sustain you throughout the day. So with that in mind, I also, want to these mornings talk about success, talk about leadership, and take this reflection and look at it from that angle as well. And in thinking about leadership and success, what came to me is that, we also need to wake up our leadership, right? It's something that we have to do actively. It just doesn't happen overnight, right? And for many years, I have to share that when I wasn't connected with my spirit, my leadership wasn't waking up. I just kind of let it do what it needed to do, but it really wasn't doing what it needed to do, okay? That's the point. So leadership is a huge responsibility. And we want to be able to wake up our leadership in a very conscious way so that the people who we are serving in our jobs, in our lives, know that we care, know that we are there, know that we want them to see them be the best of who they are and grow and develop, right? And so I want you to also think about how you can wake up your leadership, right? What needs to be woken up in your leadership? Now, if I'm assuming if you're connected to me, many of you are leaders, many of you are leading teams, leading others. And so think of it from that perspective. Just sit with this for a while this week and maybe go one by one with each person who you serve and think about, what can I wake up in myself so that I can serve them a little bit better, right? This concept of servant leadership, where our leadership is coming from a place of compassion, of love, where we want to wake that up in others, right? And together we could be just an amazing team if we do that, right? So what needs to be woken up in your leadership? I may have mentioned this before, but I want to mention it again because I just think it's a wonderful statistic to share. And that's that we know through research that what we want to receive from leaders, right, is this sense of trust. I can trust them. They provide hope for me in my life. They provide compassion. They actually care about the human being that I am. And they help to provide that form of stability as well, right? So trust, compassion, hope, and stability. And so maybe you can think of it from that place. Where in my leadership am I providing trust? Am I being trustworthy? Where am I providing compassion? Where am I showing that I'm a compassionate leader? What kind of stability am I able to offer to my people? Can I do that in a better way? And hope. How can I provide them with a sense of hope, right? Because it's tough out there in small corporations and large corporations. It's not easy to feel like we are being given the space to grow and develop and be the best of who we are. So I also pulled a card, right? I love cards. I love oracle cards. For me, they provide a lot of inspiration. They also provide a way for me to connect with my intuition and to give me a little guidance and direction as an individual, as a mother, as a leader, et cetera, et cetera. So interestingly enough, what came through is trust, right? And we just talked about trust. So these are compassion cards. And let me read you the message. It says, the more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find that the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose, right? That spark that we're looking for in our spirit. So I hope that this will provide you, this reflection will provide you with an opportunity to connect a little bit more with your spirit, with your purpose, to trust it, trust yourself, and create that trust with others in your leadership. Okay, so have a beautiful day and a beautiful week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.